They go green and they are off. Really strong start from Punchard beside our commentary box as they head onto the bottom of the climb for the first time. And it's going to be Simon Andreasen who leads them up the way with Luca Martan to his left-hand side, and to the right it's Alan Hafferley. There's Hafferley in the UCI World Champions jersey in the middle of your shot. To the right-hand side, the Danish National Champions jersey, it's Simon Andreasen. Luca Martan in the French National Champs jersey in the centre. There's Mathieu Vanderpool as well. Got some traffic to make his way through. Andreasen leads Woods, leads Martan. This pace of Andreasen has strung them out though at the top of the climb.
37 for Vanderpool. When he went through that half lap, he was 37 seconds down. He's closed 10 seconds back to 27 now. So he's just steadily moving his way through.
He knows he rushed that first lap in Nova Mesto, doesn't he?
Rushed it, took some big risks.
Oh, Martan on clips and slides out now. Andreasen can get about a couple of bike lengths in front of him. Oh, big move from Martan up the inside of Andreasen. Shows him a wheel.
Yeah, and these off-camber corners that featured in the short track. They're in the sun, they've dried out a lot. Still got to be careful.
Martan looking really, really feisty at the front of this.
Great to see Simon Andreasen back at the front.
Look at this. NASCAR stuff from Vanderpool. Overspeed on the outside.
Luca Martan putting the pressure on it. Andre Zink's coming through. He came out from that second group, back up to second now.
Andre Zink got his career debut win in Leogang earlier on this season.
So good to see.
Oh, amazing. There is the race leader, Luca Martan, the French national champion, raced at home in France, getting a load of information from one of the Cannondale team staff.
And you see that gap on the descent he pulled over Zink, and then Cole Punchard third, Andreasen fourth.
Luca Martan is 8 seconds in the lead off his teammate, Cole Punchard, who has got ahead of Andre Zink. This is an absolutely mad UCI cross-country Olympic World Cup. We're struggling to keep track of everyone. It's all over the place, and it's got Mathieu Vanderpool coming through the pack. Luca Martan still 7 seconds now between him and Luca Brido, who's got past Cole Punchard for Willier Vittoria. This one's all over the shop. Luca Brido was extremely strong in the short track on Friday night. He's looking every bit as strong here in the cross-country Olympic on Sunday afternoon.
On this little techie section, it's on that side. You see how Brido going straight through the middle.
Brido takes the lead off the race for the first time.
That's a really difficult line to choose. It's super direct and fast, but really steep, big routes.
Punchard is 4 seconds off the lead of the race in third. Then it's Matthias Flukiger, who we've barely seen, but is riding out of his skin in fourth. Charlie Aldridge is fifth. Alan Hafferty seventh. Matisse Cesaro eighth. Then it's Avendetto ninth. Lilo 10th. Then it's Mathieu Vanderpool in 11th.
Yeah, Christopher Blevins now the overall leader, 13th place.
What are the odds of Luca Martan trying to dive bomb up the inside of Luca Brido in that right-hander, just as he did to him in the short track on Friday evening at some stage? Cole Punchard leads the race here in Ligier.
First time ever leading a World Cup.
I think
memory moment.
It's no disrespect to admit that whenever Cannondale Factory Racing made those signings in the off-season, the young riders, there's a few eyebrows raised. They got rid of a lot of established names. Alan Hafferty in shot was one of them. But look at the young guns now. Cole Punchard, Luca Martan, first and second out front on the halfway point of a UCI Cross-Country Olympic World Cup. Phil Dixon can't pick them. Look at the gap, though.
Those front two groups just coming together. They're not far behind now.
The Jaws music is on. Mathieu Vanderpool is closing in on the lead group of this race, which is all of a sudden all back together. What a ride from Cole Punchard, though. He didn't just get to the front and have a turn. About a lap or so now, he's been in control of this one.
Yeah, winner of one World Cup in Lake Placid last year in the U23 category. Still an under-23 rider, but similar to Charlie Aldridge, riding elites a year early.
Mathieu Vanderpool moves past Simon Andreasen. Vanderpool on his way to the front and now up into 8th position.
As he's made contact onto the back of Azzaro. So he's actually really into this front group now.
Cole Punchard and Luca Martan. What a shift those two are putting in at the front of this race. They're making it hard for Vanderpool here.
And we see Phil Dixon there, Cannondale manager. And Martan takes the lead.
Martan taking this one on through the trees.
But this is this section we see the Cannondale rides going long around the outside, but you see Mateusz Flukiger going up the inside. He's got a great line up there.
We haven't mentioned him. Nino Schurter is currently in 18th place at his penultimate UCI World Cup. Out front though, it's the young team, it's a new generation. Luca Martan and Cole Punchard taking it to Mateusz Flukiger. Martin, Flukiger, Punchard, Brido, Haffley, Vanderpool, Azzaro, Avendetto, Puntener now in 9th, Andreasen in 10th, 31 seconds, covering the top 10 riders, 6 laps into an 8-lap race here in Leger. Luca Martan, and again, Flukiger is stalking him every inch of the way.
Punchard just getting distance now. Yeah. Haffley,
Brido, Haffley. As he now refinds something. Oh, there's something. Punchard. Oh no. Punchard may have punctured here.
His rear wheel flat for the Canadian.
Pointing at the rear wheel. Oh no. The 21-year-old who led this race in commanding fashion. Oh, this can be one of the cruelest of sports. This young man deserves more than that. Get some ice down the back of the jersey. Meanwhile, back on track, his teammate Martan plugs on. Flukiger's in there. Brido's in there. Haffley's in there.
So now for the first time in this race, Flukiger is hitting the front.
See Vanderpool just slightly lumpy over those rocks there. Just got held up slightly.
I mean, this is the difference between Vanderpool and other guys. He's just a little bit clunky through the rocks, not quite as smooth. Still riding really well, but just not quite as smooth as the other kind of seasoned mountain bikers.
Flukiger and Brido past Martan at the front, both standing up, attacking this climb. They know how important this one is.
Yeah, the pressure's on now.
Mateusz Flukiger. Looking super aggressive here on lap 7 out of 8. But look who's marking him every inch of the way. Look at Brido. Martan was ridden straight back to them. Look at this from Luca Martan. Refusing to be beaten here, the young Frenchman. These three are not going to respect the colossal reputation of Mathieu Vanderpool and let him ride around in this group one bit. Keep fighting, boy.
And again, Martan makes a mistake, just gets hung up, looking straight up the inside line.
He's so good for that whole section, Flukiger. And he's got a bit of distance now between him and Brido. Brido fights Martan, struggling to stay in touch with the front two. They know they need to gap the big Dutchman before this next climb, because this is his last chance to do real damage. That is why Mateusz Flukiger is lifting the pace here on this descent. He knows he needs to throw absolutely everything at this climb. Here they come across the line and on to the last lap here in Leger. Jamie Bestwick, a legend in his own right on a BMX.
But Mateusz Flukiger not waiting around. I didn't know if he was going to look at the other two riders to assist him, but that's not his style. He just gassed it straight away, put the pressure on.
Avendetto has ridden across to Mathieu Vanderpool now. We said earlier on in this race that...
Oh, it's Brido.
It's Brido. Brido's lit the fuse and Brido's gone. The Italian has disappeared up the climb.
I thought there'd be not an attack like that. There's almost a sprint.
It's a long way to go, but Luca Brido fancies a good swing at this one. Looking composed as well, you'd have to say, Brido. There's Vanderpool in the background of the shot now. Vanderpool, 14 seconds off the lead of this bike race. Up this big climb. Avendetto's got past. Avendetto's got past Mathieu Vanderpool. The Italians coming on strong at the start of lap 8. Avendetto up into 5th now. It's 4th, excuse me. That is the front of the right of the bike race here at the 7th round of the UCI Cross Country Olympic World Cup in Léger. The Haute-Savoie has served up another thriller.
And we drop into the top of the woods here. So that's another climb done. They've got one big climb after this one, but we've got to get through this techie descent.
Well over 1,000 days since Luca Brido last won a UCI World Cup. Is he about to reset that counter back to 0? There's Mathias Flückiger, currently 9 seconds off the leader.
But Luca Martan, I think the fastest descender in the men's field, I think it's fair to say at the moment. And can he close this gap to Brido on this descent? He's got it back to 6 seconds already.
6 seconds, Martan. Martan absolutely disappearing down a lift shaft on that Cannondale. Look how tight he is the inside of that turn. He's closing right back onto the back of that Willier Vittoria machine now. Look at this, Ollie.
Just took 9 seconds out of Brido. So deep in that descent.
What a talent this young man is. On a cross-country bike, 8 laps into the race. If Martin wins this, he'll become the 4th Frenchman to win on home soil.
Look at Luca Martin turning himself inside out. His manager, Phil Dixon, roaring on from the sidelines. He's back on.
An absolute blinder Cannondale factory racing they're having, and it's not done yet because Luca Martin is right onto the back wheel of Luca Brido now. Cole Punchard, I should tell you, is in 10th position as well after that broken rear wheel. It took him out of the front of this one. It's Italy versus France at the front, though.
Yeah, Mathias Flückiger's not done yet. Just closing back, he's not far off.
He's gone! He's gone! Luca Martin round the outside! Gets past Luca Brido! And he's done it! He's gone round him on one of the steepest parts of the track. Luca Martin, unbelievable bike racing, up out of the saddle. Brido keeps swinging at him. Luca Martin on the steepest part of the track, up out of the saddle now, attacking every inch of this Léger track. Screamed on by the French fans. Martin's disappearing on him. Martin's putting more time into him, Ollie.
And we know he's a bit faster in this techie section. If he hits the descent first with a gap, it's going to extend. We know how good he is on the descent. Pulled back 8 seconds on the last descent. Got to keep it smooth now. Brido's not done now.
The 23-year-old Martin from Tourette-les-Bains. Is he about to win his first UCI cross-country Olympic World Cup? Risking it all here. It's getting ragged, but that's what he needs to do. Luca Martin disappearing. What a descender this young man is. What a bike racer he is.
Through the 4-cross and then onto this grass. And we know this is a section that took out Charlie Aldridge 1 lap, so got to be careful.
The French national champion racing at home in France has a look over the shoulder. Look,
and he sees the gap.
There's Brido. It's 9 seconds. 9 seconds. He's put 6 seconds into him in the woods.
Right, 1 rock garden, big pressure.
1 rock garden, 2 rock gardens and 1 wall ride to go between this man and his debut elite UCI cross-country Olympic World Cup victory. 1 down. 1 wall ride. It's going to be a Cannondale double in Léger. France has a new hero. Allez les Bleus. Here comes Luca Martin. Take a bow. Luca Martin wins a UCI cross-country Olympic World Cup at home in France. Luca Brido, the Italian national champion, fought so bravely, has to settle for 2nd place. And look who's third, Mathias Flückiger, the 37-year-old. Luca Martin, take a bow. You are a UCI cross-country Olympic World Cup winner